Yo, people will really sell their soul for this shit, bruh. They say they about the culture, but really, they just want to show their ass. Yo, these niggas bugging. They ain't really saying nothing, just hustling. Walk around looking sus and it's all just disgusting. Ew. These rappers make me sick, please pass the roller cussing. He said it's Michael E, man, get up off your knees. I believe I can fly, but first I gotta pee. He was such a G, king of flipping games, rocking the caviar. Now come sit with his pain, another soul down the drain. He was really just a lame, but the cult of personality is difficult to tame. Just a drug in the vein, the whole world is insane. They all swallowed up, and to me it's just a shame. And it's sad, it's academics and it's glad. We run until our business got the nerve to get mad. It be about the bag, little lawsuit is a drag. Like a politics, they said my nigga is a, come on. I'm saying we gotta do better, you know what I mean? Tell me about it. Niggas out here talking about peeing on each other, peeing on each other, type shit, you know what I mean? Trying to make that shit sexy out there. Ain't nothing sexy about that. Ain't talking about they booty hole and shit. That's where we at. They booty hole. That's how we gonna raise the baby, yo. Yo, let's do better, yo. Hang around the cesspool, you bound to get shit on. So many play themselves just to try to get on. All captivated, caught up in a trance. This life is like a party and the devil wanna dance and you do the hustle. Now you wanna tussle with Russell. You had the records, but you ain't had the muscle to get you for your publishing. Now you caught up in the shuffle. Said you was getting the bag, but all you got was ruffles. Plus the internet's undefeated. With IG, you can read it. Power's a drug and these people need it. If you deep it, it really ain't no secret. They want you for your soul, you gotta fight to try to keep it. Michael tried to tell us, but we told him beat it. And they took back his catalog like we all didn't see it. I can't believe it, albeit what you sow, you receive it. We gotta do better if the future's gonna see it. I'm telling y'all, y'all better get y'all act together. They ain't playing around. Saying in a minute, they just gonna cut it.
Yeah, mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. It's your boy Hakim Green. It's your boy Hakim Green on the Hakim Green Show. Can you stop that, please? Thank you. There's a lot going on right now. It's all good though. Yeah, this is episode 3 of the Hakim Green Show. Live and direct. We got a special guest hopping up. She'll actually be a regular. And that's my friend, my sister, my homie, the incredible legendary MC NIKKI D. Yeah, she's gonna be hopping on. And we're just gonna have some current affairs conversations, so to speak. Yeah, you know, it's the Hakim Green Show. We'll be coming to you live and direct regularly with different interviews, different folks from the culture, politics, education, the whole 9 yard. You know, all of society is going to have a home here at the Hakim Green Show. I interviewed Jeffrey McCambridge about history, the history of the world. That's episode 1. We still rough, kind of just trying things out, but he was a phenomenal guest to have on the show to set it off. Then Monday, we had MC Casual from the Bay Area. He was on the show. That was exciting for me because I'm a huge fan of anything Hyro. Just the whole crew. Enough respect to them. The whole West Coast Bay Area, they lay it down for a long while. And we got a chance to get into that particular history, as well as global history, Black history, African history. We dove into Egypt. He's got some music out right now called White Crown. Check that out by Casual, White Crown, where he's infusing the knowledge in rhyme form, representing that knowledge element to the fullest, you know. So yeah, let me see what we got on IG. I see my brother D Nice was in the building. I don't know if he's still there. What up, D Nice? The legendary BDP all day, every day. This guy is just doing so many tremendous things, opening up the doors for hip hop culture on so many levels. Big shout out to D Nice. Always good to see you go live on Club Quarantine. CQ in the building. You know what it is. Let me see. Purple Knot Cigar Bruh. What up? What up? Peace up to you. Purple Knot Cigar Bruh is in the building. Jasmine's in the building. Fellowship 420 fellowship, 420 fellowship, about that 420 life all day, every day. Make sure you guys stay tuned into Madism Sports every Tuesday night. We're going with the fellas, KG, Wes, Cliff, Dr. Coach, Eric, Harrield, Kai Will. And we talk sports. We chop it up about the entire sports scene. Of course, basketball, LeBron is the GOAT. You know what it is. But of course, football season, we get it in. NFL season week number 7 coming up. So we'll be covering that and letting you know what it is on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's Madism Sports. And then, of course, we got the Hakim Green Show. I haven't figured out a regular schedule for the Hakim Green Show. It's just that when things interesting pop up, I want to be able to jump in and talk about it. And, if there's any important topics that I should be talking about, covering, let me know. Hit me up on a DM, or if you see one of my posts, just hop on the post and be like, yo, bro, I need you to talk about XYZ, and we'll get it cracking. We want to have conversations that really represent what people are talking about in the world, like the real shit, Of course, we'll talk, some superficial shit at times, like to have fun, like to laugh and joke. What up, John? I see John in the building. Greg Laurie G is in the building, no doubt. Salute to you for hopping on my IG. But yeah, make sure you check out 24 Hours of Peace, Inc.com. That's 24HRSOFPEACEINC, 24 Hours of Peace, Inc.com. And of course, that's the 24 Hours of Peace Festival that we've been doing every year in Newark, New Jersey since 2010. 24-Hour Peace Festival. Definitely something to look out for. You should YouTube it. 24 Hours of Peace. You'll see lots of footage from previous years come up. But make sure you hit that website, 24 Hours of Peace, Inc.com. Big shout out to the city of Newark, New Jersey, Roz Baraka, and everybody out there. I'm just waiting on my homegirl, NIKKI, to hop on, in the green room, So what I'm going to do is, just so I'm just not running my mouth, what's up, Metaphor Z? Rutgers homecoming, my dude, this weekend come through. Man, I'm down in Florida, bro. Big shout out to RU, no doubt. Scarlet Knights in the building. I got a whole family of Rutgers Scarlet Knights that's in my network, friends and family. Of course, I'm from Jersey, but I didn't attend Rutgers. I was attending the parties, though. Big shout out to Dudley and the mob, John Chambers. Big shout out to that whole crew. Yeah. NIKKI D in the B.
What up? What's cracking?
Daddy's little girl in the building. Man.
Yeah. What's good, family? How you doing?
We finally got it together. We've been trying to knock this out for a long time, and finally we here in the mix.
IG shut me down. If I look a little sideways, because I haven't figured out how to go live and just be. So if I'm like here, that's because I'm right here.
Yeah. So my live is extra special tonight. It must have been you bringing that positive energy, but our homie D Nice was in the building a little earlier. I don't know if he's still
nice.
There. Big shout out to D Nice. Yeah,
nice.
He hopped in early. I put up the bat signal, the Hakim Green Show with NIKKI D. Ignorance versus Intelligence Show.
Yeah, that's where we at today. That's a fact. That's a fact. I just feel like that's just where we at. Just overall. You know what I mean?
Right. Life. Ignorance versus intelligence.
Word up.
So before we get into anything you want to shout out before we get it cracking, anything people should be on the lookout for?
Well, for those who follow me, they know I've been working on my Betty Bodega project. Now, that's still going to happen. Mm-hmm. And I know y'all probably saw Cardi come with the Bodega Betty, but it's a song. It's no big deal. We all from the same place, even though Bodega Betty, for sure, just so y'all know, it has been trademarked and it is a live trademark. So I didn't pull it from out of my hat. It's something I've been working on for over a year, and it's just sitting there. It's going to be something when it's going to be something. You feel me? Listen, the trademark is live. It's been for at least a year now, or more. So that's something I'm definitely working on. Y'all stay tuned for that. And my channel is the NIKKI D Show. If you want to follow me on IG, people be cracking up on me on IG because I'm on everybody page talking shit to everybody all over it. It's I am NIKKID __ is a verified page. So you will see the little blue check. No, I didn't pay for that. Def Jam did that, so I'm Grateful for that.
Big shout out to that.
Oh, did you know, Hakim, that the Hip Hop Awards was going on tonight at Cipriani's?
Yeah, I did see a post earlier about that, and that's dope. That's
That is
dope.
dope.
Now, Hip Hop Awards presented by who though? I didn't
The
catch
Universal Hip Hop Museum.
That's dope. That's Rocky and them.
That's Rocky and them.
Good, absolutely. I fucks with Universal Hip Hop Museum, Hard Body, Rocky, all good people. Got all the legends early. He's been doing this thing for like, I think the official launch is fall 2026 in terms of the museum itself. I don't know if you've been up there. Have you gotten a chance to? Yeah, we were there together.
We was hanging out that day. The 50th.
That's right. That's right. That's
it was
right.
all out there. And that's the most I've seen of it. I haven't been there lately, but it's pretty huge. It's ginormous. It's attached to 2 huge apartment buildings that are supposed to be affordable housing, along with rent stabilizing. Of course, the big cool hurt. They put them up in there for zero, which is great, which is to me deserving.
Come on.
It's deserving. You got to do something for the legends. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's beautiful. That's like, that's music to my ears right there, because we're talking about the Universal Hip Hop Museum, 2 brand new luxury skyscrapers with living facilities in it. And that
so many amenities too, like fly, you got the park and you got the gym.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Big shout out to Rocky Universal Hip Hop Museum. I wish I could be there tonight for sure. But
yeah, I'm just gonna throw my little 2 cents in. I think it's great, but I think they could have invited, NIKKI D. I did make me an ambassador. I never get an invite for much, but I just wanted to put that out there and say congratulations to them for actually even launching something so overdue, if you will. You know what I mean? Way overdue.
Absolutely. And we got every day, every week it seems we losing somebody. We just lost D'Angelo. We just lost D'Angelo. Rest in peace. And that's not too long after we lost Angie Stone.
Right.
One of the first female MCs to put it down, and her singing career, legendary singing career. But to know that she was a original MC is kind of like.
And she was a big writer. Like a lot of those songs back then, people don't even realize Angie Stone penned them. The ones that y'all call the hip hop classics, the ones that y'all call the first, Angie Stone penned was a part of those big records that everybody was hip into the hopping to. Okay, my girl Angie Stone, Sequence Funk. Right on up.
We're gonna funk.
You know what I mean? Right on up. Said get up, 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 get up,
get up, get up, get back down. You right on up. I'm gonna fuck you right on up. Come on. Early. Early. So we lost 2 greats.
Legends for sure. Absolutely.
Year and a half time. And
absolutely. But what I will say on that note, because from my understanding it was prostate, Black men, go shake your balls. I'm sorry to say it like that, but go get your joint checked out, because I think early detection or no detection is the problem, because you won't go, because y'all have this whole stigma of what the doctors do. They have different tests now. There's a different way to do it. You don't have to feel like it's invasive. You don't have to feel like somebody's disrespecting you or violating you. Go get it, because prostate cancer is some real shit. Like, it will take you out.
Yeah, it was prostate. I heard I thought it was pancreas.
Oh, it might have been pancreas, but
But now with pancreas, I'm hearing that by the time you get that, it could be you can have it like 20 years.
Yeah.
When they discover it, you got like days to live.
Yeah.
Pancreas
absolutely.
is real difficult.
So the pancreas would that be, since we on it, go get your colonic and go get your colonoscopies, right? Go in there, let them go into your small intestines, because that's the stuff that they can't see. The large intestines is usually easily detected, from my understanding. It's the small intestines where they can't see anything, but I'm telling you, it's like 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes. You know what I mean? They stick the little camera in there. By the time you realize you was in there, you out. Yeah. And if they see anything, they take it out that day, unless it's something very drastic and they're like, oh, you got to come back. But for the most part, little polyps, things that might just start to build up, non-cancerous things, that they just remove so they don't turn into anything. So, while we're on it, hip hop, be healthy. You know what I mean? Like, go get yourself checked out.
Excellent advice. Advice. Yeah, but tying it right back around to Universal Hip Hop Museum, and that whole thing happening, knowing that when we talk about the founders and the pioneers of hip hop culture, they're at that age. Shit, we're not founders and pioneers, but we're at that age. Like
Right.
I'm right there. Like so, 60s creeping up. So, and we
Right.
know, with
Damn,
the
hot. Listen, bro, you doing good. I'm just trying to tell you, all right? Keep stay in the gym. Stay in the gym, brother.
yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. But with the current state of government, we losing healthcare and it's becoming more expensive. So, the next couple of months, do what you got to do while race is still low.
Yeah,
Because
no, that's a fact.
next year could be difficult
That's a
to
fact. It's
beat
gonna be
these tests.
complicated.
Yeah,
Like we're so focused, and this goes into a little bit of ignorance. What was the concept? Ignorance.
ignorance versus intelligence.
Right. So we're more concerned with our, not so much as our generation, but the state of the culture now is more concerned with what they look like, what they have, what people think about them, instead of saying taking those $100,000 chains, and if something happened to you, I go in the hospital. Are you covered? Do you have insurance? Have you set up an account for that? Because a lot of y'all don't even really understand that you gonna go in there, you're gonna get treated like the man that they found on the street if you ain't
Yeah,
got no insurance.
that's
And
right.
your bill gonna be so high that you ain't even gonna be able to afford the care that you really need.
Mhm.
So, as far as, the ignorance is concerned, just, really tap into your health. That's a big deal. That's all I'm gonna say.
The reason why I named it that one was because of Marc Lamont Hill's blow up with QueenzFlip on the Joe Budden
Ah,
show.
oh, it's
And,
juicy.
and also with the Drop Your Flag movement, big shout out to Hocus 45
Shout out
and,
to
and,
Hopeless for sure.
Styles P stepping up on the side of intelligence. And then, Jim Jones kind of playing his fat flag on what essentially I call ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's, the streets started talking, it's like, it's ignorance is being challenged finally. Like,
Yeah.
ignorance has been running the show for fucking 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it has.
Intelligence is like, nah, B, we're doing something else. It's time to step our game up, especially considering the
Oh
current state of
shit.
affairs with government and, people outwardly attacking our community, being black, brown, hip hop culture, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't like to see black people shining like that. And if they can keep us in the gutter, they're happy with that.
Right.
So we had this conversation, ignorance versus intelligence, talking about those particular circumstances. One, the Marc Lamont Hill QueenzFlip.
Yeah, what'd you think about that? Like, I know you saw the clip, so what was your
Yeah.
thoughts when you saw the blow up?
Well, Marc Lamont Hill on that show, there's been a lot of friction because of his presence there. And Marc Lamont Hill is, if I believe he's Dr. Marc Lamont Hill. He
Yeah.
was a professor. I forget what school, but he's a professor. He's taught teachers. Like
Mhm.
he's official in his book knowledge.
Right.
But he's from North Philly.
Right. Yeah.
And
He's from
North Philly, I'll show you I'm from North Philly.
right.
Don't
Yeah.
get it twisted. Like, don't get it confused.
Yeah.
He delivers his message in a way where ignorance don't always get it. And
Right.
that's kind of been the critique about his presence on that show since he's been on the show, that he'll say something. I'm trying to think of a specific example of a time where he went somewhere that they just couldn't go.
They couldn't follow.
When he was talking about his colleagues and his friends who were journalists who were murdered in Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
And it, like, for them, it lowered the energy for them. They didn't know how to transition and have a well thought out conversation to show empathy for him and his loss. It became like, in more news,
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
I was
it was
just
like
gonna say that. I was just gonna say that. It's because they couldn't, like you said, they didn't have the capacity.
They have capacity
to even have that conversation, or to even have empathy, which is crazy because you just have empathy just because it's a human thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they couldn't even tap into that was just wild to me. And Marc Lamont Hill, going into the whole concept, the whole idea of the fight or the issue between him and Flip. what's the line? Flip said, "You be saying tricky shit," and what did he say?
He said, because you be using these tricky words. He said, "Now use regular words that are tricky to you."
Damn. Yo, that's crazy. And that's crazy because he's absolutely correct. So I think the problem with that whole issue was, and listen, Flip, I don't know you like that, but at the end of the day, it looks like you were triggered because you couldn't you couldn't understand what the hell he was saying, and it bothered you. And when you don't, and I find this in a lot of people who are, I don't want to say ignorant, but they don't have knowledge of, or they just don't know. I find them being insulting, you know what I mean, or they get aggressive, or they get angry, and they want to argue with you and fight with you because they can't understand what you're saying. They can't grasp the concept that's going on at the time. So they think that you're trying to play them out because they don't know. No, it's not nobody's fault that you don't know. It's your fault that you don't know. And then when you tell somebody they on some sucker shit, like what you did to him, now you playing him because he come from North Philly. You don't know how hard he worked to get where he is. So when you tell him you're on some sucker shit, now you're downplaying his education. Now you're downplaying his drive. Now you're downplaying his grind, like his life in general, his family that he has, the children that he has, the things that he does to keep trying to represent for himself along with the black community. And you telling him you're on some sucker shit, that triggered him. You're triggered about not understanding a word. You triggered his whole being. And that's why he blew up like that. You understand? Like that's what I got from it. And that was definitely ignorant on the other side. And
it really shows that, you know, QueenzFlip and the other panelists on that show, when it comes to Marc Lamont Hill, are so out of their league, right? But the masses of people throughout the years have been captivated with ignorance. Like that's, you know, in terms of attention and likes and shares and the algorithm. And
you remember that fight him and Ish had over a book? I forget what it was about. It was a book that Marc Lamont Hill had written a book on.
Yeah, they were talking about I forget the exact.
But Ish was bent on being correct, and Marc Lamont was like, "No, you're not. Like I'm telling you,
right." At some point, you realize you're out of your league and don't challenge. Like you don't have the information. So the word ignorance means to not know,
to
and
ignore.
we have to ignore, right, and to not know. We have to learn how to not be afraid to say I don't know. Because if you come into a situation and your cup is full, you can't have anything added to your cup. You got to come in with an empty cup. It's a talk show, so they have to have feedback. They have to have pushback. They have to have engagement. But there has to be a way that you see the engagement in a way that opens up your room to grow from a situation. You know what I'm saying? Not be so, nah, man, you don't know what you're talking about. You talking about? Talk about this. This is. Yeah, like not only do I not know about this, I know so well that people who study this use my offering as reference.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you just
100%.
Now, fake news. That's an extension of that era of everything was fake news.
Right.
The experts don't know.
Right.
The people with the degrees don't know.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely. And to your point of just ask. Like I'm always asking. If somebody says a word that I don't know, like I'm just like, well, what does that mean? Like, what are you talking about? Instead of going, you saying some tricky shit.
Yeah, man.
Yo, that was mad wild. I was like, yo, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? Like that shit was funny. I was really captivated by that clip because Mark was hot. He got up. No, we gonna talk about this shit outside. And old girl was like, y'all just chill, relax. No, at that level, it's no chill, relax. Women, you stay out of it. Let these men handle their handle.
That's another conversation we need to have. Just remember, let men handle their handle. Because I see one sister up at in a I don't know where that was at, where Ice was in the building, and she screamed on them niggas.
Oh yeah, that was today. She barked on them, called them bitches, everything. She was.
Oh man, that's why like the black woman, fellas, and we had a conversation I think earlier before that joint dropped, and it was like, you know what, I had to take that back because homegirl right there, that's worth standing up for.
She was standing on her 10 with that 100%, and
that was worth. A lot of situations we see to happen. You'd be like, well, why didn't you stand up? And he'd be like, because they was on some ignorant shit.
Right.
I don't feel like standing up for ignorance. She was standing on her square. She was standing on straight intelligence with all the fire against the beast in their face and said, act up and there'll be problems. And there was no problems.
All the way to the elevator. They couldn't stop her. And all they kept doing was insulting her. Like, just be quiet. Just be quiet. That's all you got? Because you're not real law enforcement. You know what I mean? Like, y'all walking around with paint guns. Come on. Y'all walking around with some shit that people go and do for recreational stuff.
Are
Come
you
on.
serious? They're not holding official
No,
hammers?
no,
Are you serious?
no. They can't. They're not allowed to.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, I'm thinking these niggas is like
Yeah, the news just got faker.
official law enforcement in disguise. You know what I'm
The
saying?
news just got faker. That's
Oh,
why they cover their
shit.
face. That's why they, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Everything about them is fake. Everything.
these niggas is just paid. They body snatchers.
Yep. And they've been given the right to go and snatch people up and bring them into the courthouse
All right, so
because it's unfortunate that it's this way. But you know, again, we dealing with something beyond our control at this point. Doesn't mean we can't get a grip on it at some point, but right now it's just it's out of control.
no, but it's again, ignorance versus intelligence, right?
Yes.
Right, and it's when we talk about fake news, right?
Yeah.
About fake news, we talking about you can't trust trusted news sources. Not to say that people don't have agendas. It's not to say that people aren't human beings and don't fuck up. No, it's not saying that. What it's saying that there are people who actually know what the fuck they talking about and people who just winging it. And when we know, nigga, you just winging it.
Yep. We can tell.
Not to say that person is wrong. It's to say, do we really want to go through the motions to find out?
Listen, it's the same difference as if I take your GPS from you, can you read the map?
Ooh. Right.
Because
Exactly.
if I give you the GPS, it's sweet. All you're doing is following what you see. But do you know where you're going? And can you understand the conversation? So the GPS gets removed when you start feeling like somebody's tricking you. When you feel like somebody's saying some things that you're unaware of because you're not used to that. You're used to being able to know. And your vocabulary is
Limited.
It's short. It's limited. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate. But this is what I say about rappers that really go, like a Kendrick, or really go, like a J. Cole, really go, like a Dolce, really go. These people read.
Yeah.
These people read. These are educated artists. They're not like Chuck D. Read. Hakim Green reads. These people read. So it sounds foreign to somebody who is used to talking about a bitch at L and they drove it out out. It's foreign to them. Meanwhile, I'm just talking about the same shit that y'all talking about, but I'm giving you a different side of it. But we're talking about the same things, but because I'm not speaking it in your vernac, you know what I mean? And I'm educating you a little bit further out than what it is, but it's the same. It's the
But
same
like
concept.
we're at an era, right? It's one thing to not know.
Right.
It's not nothing wrong with not
There's
knowing.
nothing wrong with not knowing. It's just
That's
when
how
you
you
don't
come
want to
into
know.
knowledge. That's when you don't want to know. But
Yeah.
the arrogance, the outward arrogant, the ignorant, like I'm outwardly arrogantly ignorant. It's on
Right.
10. It's like you on a platform, you're being showcased as the ignorant nigga, and you're
Right.
good with it. Like
And you're okay with that.
and
You're okay
you're
with
okay
it.
with
Yeah.
it, right? That's so weird to me.
You're
That
okay with it. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And these same guys, but these also these women and these, it's like, okay, for example, Saweetie said that she is not popular or she doesn't get any work because she's pretty. I said, huh? I said, run that back. She really thinks that the reason why she's being hated on the industry is because she's pretty. And I was like, oh, you getting work, all right. From what I understand, sis, you getting work, but it's overseas, it's a different kind of work, from what I hear. But at the end of the day, I've never heard of such a thing because I remember when listen, if you got a platform like you had and an opportunity like you had, if there was talent there, we would still be seeing it. No shade, but that's the space, that's the time for you to be able to really expose yourself when you have the floor, when you have the mic, when you have these platforms. You're sitting on Ebro, Hot 97. That's a big platform. Apple Music. You know what I mean? And you went up
it's
there and
just
freestyled and Ebro was like,
where I didn't see that. I don't stay locked in like that. So I'll be missing a lot of that.
Yeah, but she freestyled on there and it was not good. I'll just say
It
that.
was
And it's no
bland.
shade to you, but this is why this is when it comes back. It goes back to the idea of what people think hip hop or rap is and how we see it today and how it's presented. today is presented in the form of vanity. It's not presented in the form of art anymore. And
Hmm.
people will tell you, no, but that's just how they feel. They all feel the same. If you ask me, I'm listening to the same stuff
Right.
every day. I'm watching the same girls do the same thing every day. So if that's their art, whatever, fine. But I'm not feeling the idea that we just have to continue to be uh I guess
Well,
back into a corner with this.
I hate to, for 30 years, I've been hearing dumb it down, dumb it down, dumb it down. When I was coming out as Channel Live, it was dumb it down, dumb it down. Y'all too educated, y'all too
Yeah.
lyrical. You got to dumb it down. You got,
What did that big executive tell you?
he said, yeah, I was out of labeling the man implied that if I didn't sell drugs, I wouldn't get signed. He said, I didn't look like I was locking the block and that his whole rap roster was chopping the rock. Yeah, nigga.
Boss.
Bars.
Yo,
Yeah.
dead ass. Like an executive, like just in case, like we don't want to lose y'all. So Hakim was putting out another album. Was it the new? It was before you came over to where we were
Flavor
with
Unit.
Flavor Unit,
Yeah, it was right. It
right?
was before that, about a year
And
and a half, about a year before that.
yeah, and you and Tuffy were putting out a new album, and basically was shopping it, and went to one of the big dogs in the game. And he basically told him, bro, if you ain't selling drugs, if you ain't being ignorant, if you ain't talking about the bitches and the hoes, you're not getting signed.
Right.
Straight up. And,
Yeah.
and these are people who are pushing all of this stuff out there. And we're not even going to talk about the artists that he has, because he has one of the biggest artists out there that
No, no,
y'all
no, no.
all that
He's responsible for a bunch of the biggest artists out there over the last
right.
25 years.
Yes.
You think of
Yes.
different companies that he's headed up, and kudos to him on the business side. Like, I don't want to expose him
Oh
on
yeah,
this
yeah,
one,
for sure.
but
Absolutely.
it's like, I know the person, and he's not a bad person. He's not like,
Right.
how can I keep the black community down? That's not what it is. But
Right,
at
right,
the same
right.
time, you know, people tend to see us a certain way. They're comfortable around a certain type of black person. They
Right.
like a certain type of black person, and we come in all different shades, sizes, colors, attitudes, characters. There's art is 360 degrees. Not
Right.
just one thing is art.
Absolutely.
Right? And when you look at
Absolutely.
a Lauryn Hill, when you look at a Nikki D's Daddy's Little Girl, when you look at
Mm-hmm.
positive records that have sold a bunch of, why wouldn't you want to
Mm-hmm.
find the next? Why wouldn't you
Right.
want to invest in upliftment? Why are you into uplifting? It's like when Leo was on the Breakfast Club,
Mm-hmm.
and Charlamagne
Oh
asked
yeah,
him,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
what do you got to say about the drug problem? He said, hey, well, I got people to feed too. I gotta feed my family. I gotta get mine.
He told you. He didn't hide it. He told you. He said exactly what it was. It's almost like he didn't have any other answer except for that. I can't read that. I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm
Hello,
almost
Nikki
funny.
and Hakim. Nikki, as a Harlem dude, I've been watching you since the early 90s. Daddy's Little Girl. That was the story for a lot of girls around my way and in school.
Thank you. Appreciate you,
You know
family.
what I mean?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The
Love you
streets
for
is
that.
talking. They say they want some positive, uplifting music, yo. I'm
Yeah, for
saying,
sure. And
ignorance
just
versus intelligence.
just to add to it real quick, what we were saying, this is not to bring anybody down. This is more to uplift. This is more to bring y'all to a space where, so you know that this stuff is being marketed to you. You know what I mean? This stuff is being sold to you like crack is being sold to you. We just got to know when to say no.
Yeah.
We just got to know we want more. And if we want more, we can have more. There's no reason why we shouldn't have a diverse sound out there. There's no reason why we shouldn't have, I think there's a new PE album. Why we shouldn't have a
Oh my
Lupe? Why
God.
we shouldn't
That
have a
just sounds
Nikki
so
D?
hot.
And then we could still have. Listen, if we want a sexy red, have a sexy red. We should still have a Lauryn Hill. We should still
Balance.
have a Common, or we should have a Kendrick. Like Kendrick has come so hard on y'all. Y'all don't even know which way to go except for with him. Cause he barking so hard on so many levels, not even just on a Drake. Like that Drake thing been over with. Kendrick has presented so much to the culture that it's phenomenal at this point. You know what I mean? Like, and people don't even really understand his track record. Um and it's vast. It's huge. A lot of people don't even realize he executive produced the Black Panther soundtrack. You know what I mean? Like he's the one who headed the music, not the score, but the soundtrack. That's a big deal for such a big, you know what I mean? But that right there, within itself, is a little bit of gatekeeping that needs to happen. Ryan Coogler said, "Come here." You know what I mean? Let me pull you in and put you in on this because this is going to be major, major Marvel type shit. I'm gonna pull you in, and this is going to be major. This is what you need on your resume, and this is the kind of gatekeeping we need to do just in general, just so we could remember to, just so we could continue to open the art back up. You know what I mean? Like now it's time for people like Kendrick too. I will say this, bro. When you sit down and when you chill after your 10,000 dates. Go ahead and usher something else out there. You know what I mean? Bring something else to the people. Let's not just take these platforms that make us ginormous and say, okay, now I'm ginormous. I can't mess with you down here no more.
Yeah.
Go. Continue to uplift the culture because we support you 1,000%. I'm not saying you're not. You had a lot of artists on your album. So you did bring some people on the album, but now let's cultivate some more things. Yeah. Let's put some more things out there. There's a lot of people who have the space in the room to cultivate more things and they haven't. You know what I mean? And we need to do a little bit more gatekeeping where we actually are in control of the culture. We're gatekeeping what we say is part of the culture, what we say is the art. And then at the same time, you know, everybody should still have an opportunity to do what they express themselves how they want.
Yeah, absolutely. Jim Jones.
Jomo.
Yeah, I tell you one thing.
You know,
man,
I like Jimmy, and it's crazy. Yeah. I like Jimmy, and it's just all of this stuff, man.
He knows how to stay, you know, at the center of attention, and I appreciate that about him. I absolutely appreciate that about him.
He's figured that out.
Right, but intelligence or ignorance versus intelligence is like we had the Drop the Flag campaign launched by Hocus 45, young brother coming up, working hard. You know what I'm saying? To push for peace,
right?
To push for health and wellness. He's in the health and wellness community.
Good.
Yeah, you know, and he's like, yo, we need to turn this around. Like, drop your flag, and it was kind of catching on, or it's kind of catching on. And Jimmy said, nah, bro, you know, we in the middle of a war right now. We can't be dropping our flag. You know,
what war is going on? I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just, you know, repeating what he said.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't know. Like,
right. We at war. I guess that's the question. At war with who? Nobody's at war.
With each other? Again? Look, again?
I don't know. He's adamant. He's not dropping his flag. That's not what he's doing.
I think it's so crazy that after all these years, and I have to say this because I said this to you before. When him and Mano got on the show and Mano asked him, are you going to be able to squash your beef with Max B? Max has been in prison for at least, 15 years now, somewhere around. He's been in prison for a long time. And for a man to have already had beef with the system for 15 years, and for you to be in a place where you could actually kind of like just either not address it at all, but not ignite it to a place where now you're just going to have the man walk out of prison into some shit that he just came out of prison. So why are we now igniting more black on black hate, more black men on black men crime, if you will? And I don't know what the beef is. I'm not a woman. I know men do things different, but I do know that we have to get past the ignorance so we can be intelligent again. Because if in fact all we want to do is continue to joyride this ignorant plane of this train of, nah, fuck that, I'm the realest, I don't care, it happened 15 years ago, it happened 20 years ago, I'm still not rocking with it. When do we stop it? Like, when do we look up and be like, damn, this is what y'all doing to the shorties? And for somebody who said himself is very influential, so you want to influence kids to be the person who never drops their flag or who never understands how to de-escalate something, that, like, when do we stop? Because guess what, Jimmy? Your son in probably private school somewhere. He probably in college being a good boy, doing what he's supposed to do. But the cats that really follow you, they're not doing that. You should be talking to them about how they could be like your son, because your son is dope.
Yeah, it's sad. It's funny on one hand because of the jokes. You got a lot of comedians online. And everything's a joke. Everything's a meme.
Everything is, yeah.
Everything's a meme, right? But the larger implication is that there are people that follow you, that you impact, that are around you, that get caught up in the side shit. Like,
Yes.
it's just we create the environment for the most, for the worst to happen. And then when it happens, we're going, oh, how can we stop it from happening? Well, you start by not creating the environment for shit to happen.
Right.
And
Right.
I just when Hocus 4-5 was like drop the flag and it was catching on, and the
Yeah.
pushback against Jimmy from the street was inspiring as well. Like, real street dudes going, yo, no, we trying to do better for our young people. It's time to change the narrative. And these is cats who did fucking mad time locked up doing that gang shit. Like,
Yeah.
in the street,
Yeah.
doing that shit, going, no, we want different for our children.
Yeah.
You gotta change the narrative.
Yeah. And none of y'all want to spin the block. Stop it. None of y'all, come on, stop it.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want to do 15 years. You don't want to leave your cushiony home. You don't want to leave your G-Wagon. You don't want to come out of your Balenciaga boots or whatever you got on your feet. You don't want to come out of your mink. You don't want to come out of none of that. You don't. So all of that, I'm the super tough guy, I'm gonna show you what it is. Stop it, because you're not ready to go in and do 20. And I'm not even talking about Jimmy. I'm talking about everybody out there who thinks that's some fly shit. People come home from jail, we celebrate. My man, you were never even supposed to go to jail.
John said, it's the hold my coat niggas that's the problem.
Yo, that's funny. The hold my coat niggas.
The hold my coat niggas. Yo, hold my coat, yo.
Yo, where you get that from, John? That's funny.
And I'm about peace, love, unity, safely having fun.
Yes.
That's what we're about.
Yes,
And,
absolutely.
In that, the message is for the people that need it the most, which is the hold my coat niggas.
That's a fact.
They need their messages the most, and I wish, look, Jim Jones is how old? 50?
48, 49, somewhere.
Bro, with the influence you have, don't you want to do something like really outstanding, like really something where people could look at you and like, I'm trying to say, like Kendrick Lamar, like it's the fucking got the Nobel fucking prize for poetry and shit.
Come on.
Fucking,
come on.
You know what I mean? Like it's a whole different level of conversation.
And you have that platform.
It's not the front on Jim, because Jim is influential. Like
He
Jim,
is, and we love Jimmy for that. Yes.
Right, but let's grow up, bro. Let's
let's get out of that space.
Like what you can be.
Let's get out of that.
Like
niggas know what I could do. I think everybody could do something if they put in that position to do something. But we can't stay there. We cannot stay there. We can't.
Absolutely. They said I speak with the low life posse quite often. They're on the same positive ish right now, for real. Many fresh out of jail and productive members of society. Big shout out to Thurston Howell III. Big shout out to Rack Low. Big shout out to Sun Low. Big shout out to Ant Low. Big shout out to all the low lives.
All the lows.
Globally. And it's about positivity and pushing forward and progress and creating avenues for our people to do better by themselves. It's not about recycling the same old negative circumstances that are only going to produce the same old negative results. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yes. Absolutely. 100%. It's time for it. Listen, nobody. Well, if we did, it's not a bad thing. But nobody's telling you to get out there and put out all these conscious records and be the guy that everybody deem is corny. No, you should still be able to do what you do, but you should also be responsible for what you do. You feel me? Like, you got to be responsible. Like, you got to know that I ain't raising the dad. That's their mama. No, it's different.
That's all of us.
It's every one of us, yo.
There is truth in it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes.
that's like the honest to God truth. And then when you think of all the devices that are used to divide our village, to upset the village, to distract the village, like why would you want to add to that?
Right.
That's why, we think of Daddy's Little Girl, like your reputation, and you got music that spans the gamut. Like you got bars, hardcore bars going at people, like you get it in. But in terms of what you're known for, what we
Yes.
know you as,
Right.
like that's like important. Like the person said earlier about Daddy's Little Girl. That was a story for a lot of girls around my way and in school. You help raise young
Absolutely.
girls, young women through that song.
Absolutely. And I've been told that.
Young boys to be young men, because I was tapped in.
Absolutely.
I was tapped in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I tell people that this one quick story, like when I went to Ida B. Wells, I might have told you this or might have said it before. Ida B. Wells, the school in Queens, went there to do just inspirational, motivational stuff. And if people not familiar, Ida B. Wells was a school in Queens where young women who were pregnant went to school because either their moms kicked them out, their school kicked them out. So that was the school that they were able to go to. So I went there, had a conversation with a young lady. She came to me and she said, well, my mom kicked me out. It's just me and my boyfriend. And we're not really sure what we're going to do. And, we trying to figure it out. And, we was struggling. Do we keep the baby? Do we do this, do that? And I said, listen, you're already pregnant. So it's not about the problem now, it's about the solution. So now you two have to figure out how to become a family. You're already a family. Now you have to figure out how strong of a mate or partner he's going to be and how strong of a mother you're going to be, because now you have already put yourself in a position to be a parent now. So now
Yeah.
you can't forsake the child. You can't, you know what I mean? You have to ride it out. So fast forward, maybe 2 years later, 3 years later, the guy walks up to me in the Palladium. If anybody familiar with the Palladium, walks up to me, tells me, he was like, hey, Nikki D. I was like, yeah. He said, listen, I just want to say thank you. I was like, for what? He said, you don't know this, but you talked to my girl like 3 years ago, who's now my fiance. We got an apartment together, and now we're raising my child and blah, blah, blah. So basically, my conversation with her transcended it. She told him, and they became a family. They realized that they were better off doing it as a family and becoming one than to look at it like I told him, it's not a problem. Now you just got to figure out solutions. And he was like, I just want to thank you because, we know if we was going to keep the baby or not. And we have a beautiful child and we live together and we're family. He said, she's going to be my wife. That touched me. I was at the bar like, you know what I mean? Like that was some real shit. And that's what it was about for me. And I didn't even realize it. And if anybody knows me, anybody on the street can have a conversation with me. Anybody in the gym can have a conversation with me. And whatever it is you want to speak about, I'm going to open up to you and I'm going to be able to have that conversation with you because I'm about helping. You know what I mean? Like I'm about helping, and that's just period. So, yeah, we need music that these kids can learn from and grow from. Like they look like, I ain't even gonna front. It's just wild animals in the street and packs.
Yeah.
Packs.
Yeah.
Packs. Like across the street from my building, Hawk, I ain't even gonna front. Like 50 kids the other day, like just fighting. Packs. And then the girls fight, and then the guys fight, and it's like they get in school and they be like, oh, after school is you and you, and they all go to one place and they fight and they whooping each other ass. Like these girls is walking out with webs and hair torn, and it's crazy. It's crazy. They don't have no kind of like no support, no community support.
That's
None.
horrible. That's horrible. Because the future is all we got at the end of the day. Like, and if that's what that's prayerfully everybody gets older.
Right.
You get your
That
70s,
part.
get in the 70s, 80s. I want people around me who are human. I don't want people around me that's dragging their knuckles.
Right.
They gotta take care of me.
That's crazy. That's right.
You know what I mean? Like every prayerfully, you get elderly enough where you just need help, you need assistance, you need living quality of life. I need to
Yes.
be able to go to the grocery store without getting The Wild Bunch chop out of nowhere on a motherfucker.
Yo, me and my friend was
Come
talking
on,
about
Gramps,
that
run your
earlier.
shit. You're like, oh,
Absolutely. We were talking about that earlier. That's crazy. That's so true.
Yeah, like where we going? You know, and the rapper is the soundtrack. The rapper is the theme music. The rapper is the program. The rapper.
The rapper is the father. The rapper is the mother. The rapper is the
mother.
pastor.
Oh,
The
look,
rapper
she
is the
said the rapper
teacher.
is the mother. You got
Listen,
the most ignorant shit happening with pregnant rappers.
yo, you stupid. Yo.
Yeah. You got pregnant rappers on Front Street, like, like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Yep.
The
Fully.
ignorance is on 10 right now, yo.
Yep.
How do we flip the switch? How do we get people tuned into something just a tad more intelligent? Let's, just in increments. A little better. Now, I'm not asking for like,
But you know what's wild? It's so funny, and not to cut you, I'm sorry, but y'all are multi-millionaires. And this goes to show you, for all those who are thinking that money's gonna buy you happiness, it sure don't buy you dignity. It don't buy you integrity. It doesn't buy you love. It doesn't buy you happiness. It doesn't buy you intelligence. It doesn't buy you the things that you're supposed to these are all characteristics. You don't have any of that stuff, that you just you lost. That should be some natural things you possess. Because the fact that two big multi-millionaire female rappers are online arguing over who box was the dirtiest was crazy to me. Y'all was talking about who had a disease, and I'm gonna get my doctor's notes and I'm gonna sue somebody. What?
Oh.
Yo,
A nation can rise no higher than the level of its woman.
We done. Cook food.
Yo.
Cook food. That's
oh my God. I mean, who's responsible for that quote? Was that Maya Angelou?
Yo, I don't know.
A nation can rise no higher than the level of its woman. And she's out there assed out pregnant, talking about her box.
Yo, and then going back and forth, then it's the children, and then it's like, wow, and y'all want us to look up to y'all. And here's the thing: there's a lot of women who do.
I was gonna say they do.
They do. There's a lot of
people. You talk about the crowd that you talk about, where they gather on the block 50 deep,
right?
And they fighting. That's them.
That's them.
That's them.
That's them in the comments telling me, "Shut your old ass up." I'll be like, "Thank you."
Yo,
thank you.
Oh, nigga.
Thank you.
We seen all that shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm from East Orange, New Jersey.
I'm from Newark, New Jersey. Let's go. Talk about it.
I came up in the 70s,
in
the 80s. I seen jokers get jumped. I seen jokers get slashed. I seen all that shit. I seen it. And then I seen those of us who were able to navigate. And niggas ain't perfect. I used to go run and be the side motherfucker on it, and thank God nothing ever happened. Thank God nothing ever happened.
Right.
Thank God. But but for the grace of God, there go I, because at 56, I can look back and see all the people that got murdered being there, shot being there, pulled in some bullshit being there. And we ain't have no soundtrack for this shit. Now niggas got soundtracks.
Right. Wait, not only soundtracks, they got Rico soundtracks.
They got Rico soundtracks. They got a motherfucker that's locked up right now telling you to do the shit you doing, and he locked up while you doing the shit he just did that got him locked up.
Make it make sense, bro. Come on.
Oh my God, they got us. They got us. But at the same time, so we talking about the real hip hop, right?
Right.
And we talking about rap, and we talk about the real hip hop.
Yes.
And when you look at like battle rap, which is heavy gun bars, heavy Glock bars, heavy that shit.
Heavy.
I'll take
heavy
out
on the Glock, heavy on the gun bars.
All that shit. It's crazy that shit. But you got cats out there like Loaded Lux, Daylight, a number of battle MCs that beat that. Right. They put knowledge and wisdom and jewels in the bars So to me, battle rap is like got hip hop on life support. Like I think hip hop, I think of battle rap in terms of the essence, the bars, the imagination, the creativity. Like that's hip hop.
Right.
So it exists.
Yes.
It is there. It's not that it's not there. And to a big degree, it's a good thing because it's pure still. It's ours. The
Right.
mainstream hasn't really figured out a way to take it and pervert it. And
Right.
yes, anyway, I'm rambling. My bad.
No. I get that because even with the I was just somebody was cursing me out about the Bia versus Cardi thing or whatever. And somebody was saying that anyway, I just broke it down to the concept of what battle rap is. I was like, yes. While somebody might have written for her, and from my understanding, she says no, she wrote her shit talking records. She said that's her. Because Partisan says that yes, she does write. So that might have very well been her. And the girl was like, I said, you don't understand what publishing. I said, you don't understand what writing is. Because she was like, she said, well, why don't you go look on Bia Records? She got co-writers too. I said, yeah, they probably are the producers. Like y'all so slow that y'all don't understand how this whole thing works because you've been the information has been stolen from you. It has been jerked from you. It has been taken from you. And all you know is what you see because there are no linear notes. There are no credits that you can read anywhere. There is no information where you can say who engineered it, who did it, who did this, who did that. All you know is what you see. And I don't go back and forth with you. I say what I gotta say and I move on because it's like talking to a wall. I'm never gonna get through to you. Never. So I'm gonna just tell you what it is and I'm gonna move on. But it's okay. But when it comes to hip hop and battle rap, if you're not writing your own shit, you are not battling. I'm sorry.
Your
That's
writer is
it.
battling.
Your writer's battling. I gotta battle your ghostwriter. Go get that
Mhm.
nigga for me because I can't even talk to you no more. We're not even gonna do
Yeah, absolutely.
that.
Well,
Go
when it
get your
comes,
ghostwriter.
yeah. I
You know what
mean,
I mean? Like I was just trying to explain to them, like that's not how it works. Like that's why when Drake started to lose that battle between him and Kendrick, the minute those reference tracks started leaking, everybody was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, hold on, Poppy, hold
yeah.
on, Champagne Poppy."
Yo,
So
I agree with you 1,000%. If you want to battle, you got to write your own rhymes. You can't
come
have a ghostwriter.
on,
Your
talk your
your
shit.
ghostwriter is battling. You not battling.
Come on, I
Yeah,
don't want. Yeah,
yeah. But
it's not the same.
the way Kendrick, he was a master
Ah, it
at
was
setting.
masterful.
It was
It is to be
masterful.
studied.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's like really, and I'm sure they do on the college level, probably
What?
studying the
Absolutely.
marketing campaign around Kendrick Lamar versus Drake, and
Yes.
what Kendrick did because he just baited him, set him up. He just walked him right to, and
Damn.
every
Walked
time
you
there was
right
a
into it.
response, there was like another response. Like I know, I knew he was gonna say that. Yeah, I knew he was gonna say that. It was
I
just,
was telling John, I said, J. Cole got the call that said, bro,
nah, this
back
ain't
up.
about you, bro.
This ain't
Chill,
about
chill.
you.
This ain't about you.
This is different. This is different.
Yeah,
And I told people, I said, see, y'all don't see that clip very much when Kanye said, yeah. We're all excited about the takedown of Drake. It was already planned, bro. You just needed to walk into it and you did.
yeah,
You walked
yeah.
right into it and Kendrick shifted your ass on out. And then the lawsuit came about and it was like, oh my God, are you serious? I've never heard of such a thing before. Like you
They
sued
lost.
everybody but Kendrick. And then the judge was like, this is the judge in the end. Wait a minute. Listen to the well, you told some lies too. Case dismissed. That was the final shit.
Well, let me ask you this: was that the marketing campaign
For who though?
for both of us? Universal owns everything.
I tell you what, if it was for anybody, it did work for Drake. It did work for him because it just completely sent him to a space where people like womp. His music don't even sound the same no more. I
Yeah,
like the
but he
older
still,
stuff.
but his streams were still like he was
They
outscoring.
still was up because he has a
It
base.
was
Absolutely.
right. So
Absolutely.
and does he sell out of stadiums still?
I
Does he
heard he's
sell out an
canceled some
arena? Does he?
shows. I heard some things. I heard there's not as much. Listen, I heard there's not as big as demand, but he is doing shows.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause
and
he's been top artist, top 2, 3 artists for how long? 20 years?
about
15?
15. Yep.
15?
Easy. 15 going on 20. Yep.
Right. And then with the shift in technology and how music is consumed and just
And how it's promoted and marketed,
everything
bodied out.
taken together, it's
Yeah.
just a matter of time before we got to phase you out.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like you if you're able to predict it, like I'm just the conspiracy theorist right now and
No,
wouldn't be surprised
but I'm picking up what you're putting
because
down, player.
yeah, because this is like this went all the way to court actually.
Yeah.
Really?
Right.
Why?
So
Because we know whatever games he was accusing Universal of for Kendrick, you're the
also works for
beneficiary of
him.
the same games.
So here's what his issue was, right? So he was up for renegotiation. This is what I heard. I could be wrong, allegedly. I'll put that out there. He was up for renegotiation, and I think he had about 600 on the table. I'm talking about 600 M's.
Yep.
And we would have to give you that because your numbers are so crazy. Well, we can't tell him no. But if his numbers go down,
But his numbers didn't go down.
but if the demand isn't there the way it was, the numbers didn't go down, but they didn't go up either. They stayed where they were.
Yeah, because you get to a point where when you got everybody, there's nobody outside of everybody. So I got everybody. It's not gonna go up. It's gonna if I stay with I got everybody. Everybody's still engaged. Everybody's still engaged and locked in to what I'm doing, which even if it's negative, benefits the parent company. They don't.
No, the parent company 1,000%. Because his issue was, so this is what happens. His issue was it messed with his renegotiation numbers, if you will, because once Kendrick started taking off, Universal was like, well, I mean, because Kendrick started to have.
But that's nobody told you to fire back. You could have just shut your mouth.
Kendrick shit started charting that wasn't on the chart for the last 5 years. So Kendrick was holding the charts down from like 1 to 20 at one point. Songs that weren't even on this album, they were on 3 albums ago. Shit started charting out of nowhere. So they was like, oh shit. So his thing was when Not Like Us came out, his initial beef with them was you put it out and you let the copyright go. Which means that bloggers and everybody could do whatever they want. Because remember, we talked about this. You was hearing that shit, you wasn't even trying to hear it. Like it was like, why is this even playing over here? Like what? It was fucking free fall for that song. So Not Like Us did some crazy shit out the gate. You know what I mean? And it just went bananas. While I wasn't into the song, I'm still not into the song. It still wasn't one of the songs that I rock. You know what I mean? I just wasn't. I wasn't even. I like Kendrick, but I didn't even love him. But now I'm like, yeah, I think I love you now because the shit that you put out there, the shit that you put together this last year, 2 years,
2 years,
it's undone. It's unmatched.
Yeah,
and it's beyond the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he paints a whole picture that lasts a year and a half. Like he just kept unfolding, over the course of time, and everything from the initial battle to Not Like Us to the Super Bowl and on.
Man,
and
it was
on.
it was an unwarranted. It was like this was. I don't even think this was a planned rollout of anything. It just rolled out that way. It just went that way. It was a tsunami. Like the shit just like.
Right.
You know what I mean? The shit just went.
Intelligence versus ignorance, or ignorance versus intelligence. And although I do think Drake is creative and talented, and I'm not. Respectfully, sure. He represents more of the ignorant side of the culture.
Yes.
The party side.
Yes.
Not mad at that.
Yes. And that's okay. We still want to party. We still want to dance, Drake. So go ahead and keep making those songs.
But for so long, that's all people wanted to do. Like that was it. We was locked in and then Kendrick came with this other shit that made people who wouldn't normally fuck with this shit go, you know what? I like this shit. Like maybe it is the program. Maybe they do got me addicted to this shit just over and over and over again. But for what he stands for, we need that right now.
Yo, when Academics put his flag down, And you already know, Act was a Drake stan.
Yeah.
He could do no wrong. He even
Mhm.
started going to he had to go to the Kendrick concert himself. I gotta go see this shit. He's like, I gotta go see this shit.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
saw it, and he was like, and his out of his own mouth, no, Kendrick, that nigga's hip hop. That nigga's hip hop. That's
Absolutely.
what Act said. Who called him? Nobody care about what he's saying. His words is this. He was giving QueenzFlip.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Intelligence
then
once
after the
again wins the
concert,
day.
he was giving Marc Lamont Hill.
Yeah. Intelligence once again wins the day. You know, it's just the idea that intelligence can't be marketed, promoted, put on Front Street, you know, just highlighted and showcased in a way. And when you see a Lauryn Hill sell millions and millions, or
Oh my
Fuji
God.
sell millions and millions, like that's showing you that people want substance. They want something just a little bit more, you know,
A little bit
together
more
with their shit.
attaching, a little bit more soulful, something you could touch, something you could feel. Like
Yeah.
something they could get into. Like it's the surface shit is it's over. It's over.
But
It's
wow.
killed music. It's killed music in a way that as far as money goes, right? You don't make money off of music anymore.
Yeah.
Like you can if you find your tribe, right? So you can have that community, you can go overseas, you can have those niche clubs that you do things at, or you could blow out of nowhere and grind for 5 to 10 years and really make it happen, right? You can
Mhm.
still get that. It's there. I don't care who you are, how old you are, what people say about you. It's there if you really find that tribe. But what we know is gone, right? The idea of putting out a record and saying, oh, I'm going to make $1 million in 6 months off of this record, not the shows, off the record sales. It's not there no more because the streaming doesn't even pay you that much. And
Yeah.
nobody's pressing up that much vinyl anymore for you
Yeah.
to even think you could make that much, except for
Well,
unless you Taylor Swift.
so Spotify they decided they're gonna pay artists a penny a stream,
Mhm. I heard that.
a penny a stream, a million streams. I think gets you 14 grand. Yeah,
Spotify needs to be shut down and needs to be jailed. The fact that yo, let me tell you something. 75 million songs y'all erasing off of the platform because
why?
they AI. Yeah, 75 million songs.
And
They
5 million
yeah
songs.
yeah because the CEO stepping down. Yeah, because now y'all done made all the money off the
Mhm.
AI shit that y'all was doing, after all the fake subscriptions y'all was doing, after all of that shit. Now y'all stepping down. How is it that artists make nothing and you're getting $100 million bonuses, but the artists ain't making no money, no bread?
Yeah,
And now
yeah,
you're stripping 75 million. That's a lot of
yeah.
songs off of Spotify because now they're AI. And guess what? They found out. But guess what's going to happen? Enron, nothing. Give them a check and let them walk. It's big business. You know what I mean? Like, again, the gatekeeper got to get better on the executive side. It's got to. Like, y'all got to let some people in. And y'all can't tell them that they're your sons. You got to
Yeah,
let them
well,
in, let them grow, and let them eat.
direct to consumer, I think is always the way until you
100%.
get until you get to a point where you don't even need their money. You know,
100%.
they're coming,
Absolutely.
they're offering you deals. You're looking at them like, nah, I'm good with that. Like, build it just yourself. There's a song Mike City put me onto something. It
Mike
was
City.
fuck the labels. It was a young kid with a young flow. I'm
Yes.
gonna see the video on
Yes.
Instagram,
Send it
and
to me. I think I
yeah,
heard that shit. Send it to me.
yeah, she was
Yeah.
dope. He was straight.
Yeah.
Fuck these labels. Fuck these motherfuckers. And he
Yeah.
shot the video right in front of Capitol Records in LA. So you got that iconic building.
Yeah.
Live was signed to Capitol. Big shout out to them, no doubt. But that shit was dope seeing the youngster fuck these labels right in front of the Capitol building. Like,
Yeah.
what, nigga?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. For
shit dope.
sure. That's dope.
Yeah,
I think I seen that. That's dope.
man.
Cause it's not new, right?
I don't know. I don't. Mike City sent it to me today. It's the
I
first
don't
time I
think
ever
it's
saw it.
new. Like I don't.
Young kid.
But
He's in his 20s. Cool as fuck. Just saying, listen, the whole hustle is different right now. You can't offer me anything I can't do for myself.
that's a
So
fact. And that's well, so to that point then, for artists who are listening and want to get on, like I said, I don't. think it matters how old you are. I think it matters how passionate you are and how consistent you are, how much you really want it. Because obviously you're gonna need to have the things in place. Like, let's be clear, you don't get to just drop a single on Instagram and tell people, but link in my bio. Nah, you need things in place. You need to go ahead and spend a couple of dollars on some advertisement. You need to spend a couple of dollars on some promo. You're gonna have to do it. It's not just gonna pick up on its own. But if you galvanize a team and you get people that support you, or even find some of these clothing lines or your mans in them who got money but they don't know what to do with it, and you know what to do with it, build you a little small company and give everybody, very important, very, very important, their fair share, and make sure everybody paperwork is straight. Do not do handshakes. It's bullshit. One of y'all gonna kill each other. Somebody gonna pull up in a Cullinan, and another nigga
Intelligence
gonna,
over ignorance.
yo, somebody gonna pull up in a Cullinan who shouldn't have a Cullinan, and the other motherfucker inside the Acura gonna be mad. So do yourselves a favor, do fair, square, across the board paperwork. Very, very important. And I promise you, if in fact y'all all get together and have that and set it up that way, there's no way you're gonna lose. No way.
That's right.
Straight down the line. No way you're gonna lose. The only thing you're gonna lose is probably some time putting in that work. But it's worth it if in fact you keep pushing. Like, and what is time? Time is money. That means that you putting in time so you can get some money later on, so you can take care of your family, you can build your career, so you could bring other people on. Like L.A. Russell, I love his hustle. That shit is crazy.
Absolutely.
That shit is
And
crazy.
listen, if you learn something, it's never a waste of time.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
That's a
so
fact.
learn something, it's never a waste of time. Intelligence over ignorance. Get your paperwork right,
Yes.
and look for the lesson as
Yes.
well as the money. As well as the money. Get the money.
Yeah.
But
Because it is a business.
Get the
Right.
lesson. Yeah.
Right, get the lesson. Like get your team together. Like you need that. You might not need everything a label has, because you can't pay everybody out. But if you get people who say I'm down with you, get the paperwork.
Yeah.
When
Partners.
you got one
Yeah.
penny, get the paperwork. So when the penny turn into 1,000, everybody
Yeah.
gets broken off evenly.
And partnerships and collaborations are also valued too. So you don't have
Yes.
to do everything yourself, like you just said. You can partner
Yes.
with people who are proficient in what they do, and then you guys can come together, and help each other cross market, cross promote.
And think
And
about it. That's true. That's a fact. And I didn't mean to
yeah,
cut you off, but say you got somebody who they nice with the what you call it, with the digital marketing, and they're nice with the building of the websites, and they're nice with the merch, and they're nice with the running your channel, your YouTube channel, your Instagram, all your social media. They nice with it, and they're the ones who can get you really out there, make you viral. Get them 2-3%.
yeah.
Get them something. You can't pay them, but guess what? They know they can make you some money. They're gonna
Right.
be looking at 5%.
But
Yo, I'm gonna get this shit
they're
up.
working. They're working for their percentage. If they could blow you up, then they gonna blow up. So you share in the success.
That's really the ticket. If you can't,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? These labels ain't giving you no money. Ain't no labels out there. That shit is a
Ain't no
wrap.
money. There's no money out there. What you talking
There's no
about?
money.
No money.
Yo,
In a real way, man. Shit, the economy's getting tight. People gonna start holding on to them digital dollars and all
that's
that
a
shit.
fact.
You see
Yeah.
what they just did to the Bitcoin, and you pulled the rug from these niggas.
Yo, but I was saying a long time ago, Hakim was like, it's a scam. I said, yo, you know what it is? These motherfuckers cannot control it. Once they can control it, it's gonna go right back to where they want it to be.
Nah, that's the whole. They're never. So
Not
it's
them, no, not the government. I'm talking about the people who actually own it right now. Which
no. That's the thing. The people who own it, they do control that motherfucker.
right,
So they
right,
say
right, right, right.
they get to a point and go, okay, that's where the market's at. All right, give me all the shit. Here, give me, and it should crash. The mother, they said Trump's wealth went up like $786 million off that whole shit. His piece. So he didn't lose.
Crazy.
His circle didn't lose. They're the ones who set up the grift.
Right.
And they just bank on the grift, and then you bottom man out. Like the stock market is. that is,
Right.
but the stock market is linked to actual goods and
Yeah,
services and
yeah, yeah.
commodities,
Tangible shit. Yeah.
and tangible shit, like it's
Yeah.
real shit. Where the Bitcoin is just an imaginary world where, okay, yeah, you got it. You got what they call it, the security code. What's it called? The PIN number,
Your something key. Yeah.
whatever.
Something. Right.
Anyway,
It's
yeah,
your password, but yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm good. I'm good. Get it together.
I have some. I watch it. It goes up and down. It
Yeah.
does. It goes up
Did you
and
win?
down.
Did you win or did you lose on this last go round?
I won
Oh, you won.
because I didn't do anything to it. It stayed where it was. It dropped, and when it
It,
went back up,
right. It dropped. Right. And then now it's back up.
now it's back up.
Okay.
Yep.
All
Now it's
right.
back up. I just watch. It's not a lot, so I just watch it. Like, oh shit, you know what I mean? And I listen. I ain't gonna front. I wish I was one of those people who this dude tried to tell me about like almost 20 years ago. And I was like, fuck out of here, digital money, blah blah blah. People really made money off that shit initially.
Nah, yeah, no,
They really did.
absolutely.
And I'm just mad at listen then when you could have bought 1,000 fucking, you know what I mean, shares, and today you probably would be having like 20, 30 million in your pocket. You know what I mean? Like in the bank. If I understood it, I didn't. You know? It's like everything else that
So
I'm not.
you have to basically take it out before the market drop.
Yes. Just like stocks, like everything else. Yeah. Yeah. But if people want to invest, like I guess the thing is to do secure shit like Apple, like companies that you know ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? That every year you're gonna get a hit off of Apple 2-3 times out the year. They're gonna drop a new
Yeah,
phone, they're gonna drop a computer and drop something. You know what I
right.
mean? And you're gonna make some money. The holidays are coming. Amazon, like these companies go up and down too. They go up
Yeah,
and down. The one thing that's staying up is fucking Netflix. They up. Stay
yeah.
up. You know, I'm not giving nobody no financial advice, so don't listen to me. I'm just telling you what I see. Yo, go ahead.
We
I'm
all
not
gonna
earning.
stay in our lane. Yeah,
Listen, I'm not earning your
I
leisure.
ain't trying to
Trust me when
front
I
like
tell
the
you, I know none of that.
DJ envy out this motherfucker.
Yo, you stupid.
I think I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. I'm good.
Damn.
Nah, but this was a good conversation, Nikki D. The ignorance
Yeah.
versus intelligence show. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
intelligence won. I
I
think
mean,
intelligence.
what's your end note for the night? Because you know I'm gonna tap out in a minute, but what's your, you know,
Yeah. I just want motherfuckers to grow up. That's it, really. Just grow up. Like, I'm very proud of what we do at 24 hours apiece.
yes, I'm
Right.
proud of that too, very much so.
I'm very proud of that. And it's like, we started in 2010 and here we are 2025 and it's rocking and rolling. And it looks great. It's a crazy, dope impact for the community of North New Jersey, no doubt. We can get better. We can absolutely get better and we can be better, not just on stage, but off stage.
Right.
But
I
I
agree.
would like to see our on stage presentation live up to peace, love, unity, safely having fun. Because we, as much as I get on the Jim Joneses of the world, big shout out to him. He's participated in 24 hours apiece.
Yeah.
So there's something about him that understands the importance of.
And shout out to Jim Jones on top of that. I'm sorry. He's got a major studio that he built out, and I believe it's in Harlem. Or it could be in the Bronx. I'm not sure. But he's got podcasts, he's got regular studio, he's got photo shoots in the. I mean, it's huge. It's like a
Nice.
small little warehouse floor type shit. So shout out to
Uh-huh.
Jim Jones, who actually bought a building and he got some things going on in there. So shout out to you, Jimmy. Now bring some
Nice.
youth, now bring some youth in there and show them how all of that shit really work.
Hey, but I just the positive tone. I love the positive tone. That's all.
Yeah,
The positive. We need more positivity in this shit.
I
So,
agree.
yeah, I think that's a good place to end it.
Okay, Hot.
This was
Well,
dope.
thank you. Listen, thank you for bringing me on. You know how we do. We just have a fluid conversation, and it's always great. It's always fun.
Oh yeah,
We
for
should do
sure.
this definitely more, 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 more. So when you clip it
Absolutely.
up, let me know. Because when you clip it
Oh,
up, I'm gonna throw it on my page and
oh,
send it to
nice,
your
nice. Yeah,
page.
but I gotta do the interview on your show, hopefully sometime.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So we'll do that next time. You gotta show
Yeah.
me how to stream your thing go, because I need this.
You gotta
You gotta
check
show me.
Instagram because we're live and direct on Instagram as well.
Okay.
We're on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
That's dope. That's dope. Again, y'all, 24 hours a piece. It's one of the biggest things that I've been a part of in my hip hop career, to be quite honest. I think it's amazing. If y'all not familiar with it, it happens in Newark, like he said, every year. Just check it out. You go 24 hours a piece on Instagram and look at it and look through the history. It's there. And Hakeem definitely somebody who I know for sure does not get any of the flowers he deserves, and I'm always
Oh,
going to
thank
say
you.
that.
Thank you. Thank you.
For somebody who constantly puts it down year after year after year and always putting out positive music and always dropping bars. You know what I mean? And people don't really get it because he ain't tell you how he like your BBL and I mean, he might have said mentioned it, but it wasn't the way it's usually mentioned. But
Oh,
so
man.
shout out to Hakim Green, who is an educator in edutainment, the whole nine.
Absolutely. Yeah, y'all, that's what it is. Big shout out to everybody who tuned in. IG, YouTube, Facebook. Peace.
Peace.